Yeah, yes. Let's start with the concept of final. Let's start with the first of all Eclipse ID. I'll start with Eclipse. Okay. See here, yes. Actually, now in the previous session, we got to know about all the final concepts like final instance variables, final static variables, instance methods as final, static methods as final, and what else like even we can create local variable as a final. These are all the things that we discussed. Okay. And now we are going to look at about the continuation point, like, you know, we want to create an example first. Let's see how the example is going to be. Okay. Let's start with the example. We just create one small example related to final, and then we'll start with our concept is today. We want to know about what are abstract classes. Okay. What are abstract classes and what are interfaces, and how do we differentiate abstract classes with interfaces? That is a topic we are actually going to discuss now in the class today. Okay, that is our major topic. But before that, just we create a small example for you to practice on this kind of what I can say final. So let's create a final example. Example and final keyword. Just we have already final keyword project here, but I just want to remove this existing class tester, or even I want to make the tester class only, but I want to delete all these things. And let's start creating the new classes here. Okay. Now let's have a discussion on this, guys. Okay, I'll start with the example. Just give me a second. I'll start with the example. See, I want to create a class like this. Just this is an example for you to practice, guys. It's an example and final keyword. Let's say I'm creating a class here. What is the example is? Just I want to create one class called as patient. One class I'm creating called patient info. Okay. Where each patient information basically contains, there is a unique ID given to the patient. It could be a string or it could be an integer. I'm taking as integer. And second, patient have a name. And thirdly, the patient is also going to have something called age. And finally, just I want to say that the diagnosis, whether he is a heart patient or having liver issue or kidney issue, something like that. Okay, that is called diabetic. That is called a diagnosis. So I just want to create 4 fields, and all of them are final, because once a patient ID is created, and the ID will not be changed again. It's fixed. That's final.
So your screen
Of course,
frozen.
patient name. Sorry. Is my screen frozen?
It's good now.
Okay. I have not typed anything, right? That's maybe looking like a frozen screen. See, I'm just explaining now. I'm not, I'm not, writing the code now. I'll write the code. Okay. As of now, these are the things, guys. Okay. What are the things now? I want to create one class like patient info, and then I want to create setter and getter methods for that. And one more method that we are overriding here. I mean to say that it's actually a method of object class, but we are overriding because we know overriding concept in polymorphism. There is a method called as toString method. I'll tell you the importance of toString method, and we are overriding that method as well in our class. Okay. So let's have a class like this, guys. Class name is patient info, folks. Patient info is my class, and inside this class, now is my screen frozen?
No, sir.
Oh, right.
No,
Thank
sir.
you. Okay. Thanks. So guys, let's write something like private. Let's say final. Let's say I want to take int patient, patient ID, patient ID. Let's take one more thing is like private final, and I just want to take, actually it could be final or not, but okay, I took final. Generally, once, a patient have joined in an hospital, he is having an ID and a name which is final, and what else, like, his, age will be recorded, all those things, right? So just I'm taking the same properties here, final, int, age. Just I want to declare all my variables as final, that's it. These are all called instance variables, right? String, let's say diagnosis. And I want to define a constructor to initialize all these properties, because final variables can be initialized, but once they are initialized, you cannot reassign the value. You can initialize in a constructor, or you can initialize by creating a separate method like initialize method or something like that. But one thing is sure that once it is initialized, if it's a final variable, if the final variable is initialized, then what? That final variable, you cannot reassign the value. You can't reassign the value to the final variable. Am I clear with you? So that's why I just want to use, generally most of the times what we do is we are actually going to define a constructor, and we are just going to initialize the value in constructor, so that the initialization also will be done simultaneously when the object is created. So that's why we are going to use constructor. So I will like define a constructor public. Yeah, remember, class is not public. Class is the default access. But inside the class, I can take my variables, my methods, and all. I can take as private, public, protected, whatever is required. I mean, don't feel that if the class is having default access modifier, then my constructor also must have a default access modifier. It's not like that. The access modifier for class, the access modifier for constructor could be different. Okay. Okay. I think you guys got the point here, right? So here I'm writing public patient info. What I'm writing, I would like, instead of writing manually, let's do one thing. You know that already we can just use right click source option, right? And once we got the source, then here we have something called as generate constructor using fields. Am I clear with you? With all these fields, let's click generate. Instead of manually writing it, we got this constructor. Okay, so we can able to see the constructor, right? We can able to see the constructor. We have a constructor here. That's cool. That's cool, guys. Next, can we define the setter and getter methods for all these variables? Could you tell me? Can I define all these? For these are all private variables. I will define all the setter and getter methods. Can I do that?
No, only getter.
Getter. Only getter.
Yes. Yes. Correct. Correct. So, guys, we can only define the getter methods, but we can't define the setter methods. Am I clear with you? Right? We can only define the getter methods, but we can't define the setter methods, because these are all final variables. As we discussed yesterday, we can't define setter methods for final variables. We can only define what? Getter methods we can define, but what? We cannot create the setter methods. That's why I won't define all the getter methods now. I'm just clicking on generate getters and setters. But if I click on select all, and if I click on generate button on the bottom, you know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get all the setter and getter methods, right?
Yes.
But if I create setter methods to the final variables, then compiler will show me all errors for the setters. Right? We can define the setter methods. That's why I'm only clicking on the button called select getters. So if I click on this button, select getters, then only getter methods will be generated. If you want only setter methods in some case, then you can create select setters. You can just click on select setters. I want to click on select getters. Let's click on select getters. Done. Then I want to click on, I want to click on generate. Then I want to click on generate. Am I clear with you? Right. Now you can see only the getter methods are created for all these properties because they are all final. Apart from this, guys, I would like to override another method of object class now. Actually, in object class, there is a method called toString. Just I want to give a small explanation on toString. Guys, okay. Look at this, guys. Actually, who is a superclass for all classes in Java? Could you tell me? Who is a superclass for all classes in Java, guys? Object class.
Object class.
Very good. Guys, I'll tell you. In object class, there is a method called toString. There is a method called toString method. Of course, there are many methods, but one of the method is toString. Okay, one of the method is toString. Okay, there is a method called toString. Okay, right? Thing is, in my class, I want to override this method. I would like to override this method in patient info class. Okay, so as you know that if there is a method in base class, can we override that method in derived class? Can we do that? Suppose you have a method in parent class. Can I override that method in child class? Can I do that?
Yes.
Yes. Why can't? Yes, why can't? We can. We can. That's what I'm trying to do. Then what is the advantage of overriding this method? Why I'm specially talking about this method is, see guys, if I don't override, say for example, see, what I'm saying is I don't want to, suppose if I have not overridden the method, let's say for example, please keep yourself in mute. Okay. So otherwise use voice or noise cancellation kind of earphones or something like that, please. Okay. See, there is a toString method and I would like to override this method, guys. Suppose if I don't override this method, let's say what happens. Okay. Let's see what happens if I don't override it. Why I'm talking about this method called toString method. And this method we will continue to use in multiple places in our further examples as well. Okay. Let me explain that point. For example, currently I have a class called as patient info, guys. I think the code is clearly visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Right. Currently we have a class called patient info. We have not completed our example. Just I want to explain. Could you tell me how to create the patient info object in my tester class, in another class, in my main class? Could you tell me how to create the patient info object? I can create object by using patient info. Okay, object name is info, let's say, is equal to new patient info. This is what the syntax of creating. What is the syntax of creating an object?
Object. Yes.
What is the syntax of creating an object? Folks, could you tell me what's the syntax of creating an object? Yes, class name, space object name equal to new space class name and parenthesis. This is called constructor.
Yes.
Very good.
This is patient.
Yeah. Could you tell me why I'm getting an error at line number 33? Could you tell me why I'm getting error at line number 33?
You're not adding parameters.
Class.
Yes. Here I'm actually calling after new keyword. I'm calling the default constructor. I mean parameterless constructor. Am I right? I'm calling parameterless constructor, but actually I want to call parameterless constructor. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Cool. Am I audible properly?
Yes, sir.
Or are you getting any voice disturbance or something like that?
No, sir, no problem.
No problem, right? Okay, thank you. I mean, just I want to check whether my network is good or not. That's it. Yeah. Guys, do you know why I'm getting an error is? Here it's calling parameterless constructor, but actually I have parameters constructor. In my class, I don't have any parameterless constructor. I have only what? Parameterless constructor. Yes. How many parameters I should pass, guys? Patient ID, name, age, and diagnosis. Yes. I'll pass. Patient info of patient ID is, let's say 101101. Let's say it's a patient ID. Let's say patient name. Could be some name. Okay. It could be something like Alan. Okay, next it could be age like for example, his age is 65 and say diagnosis is diabetes. Now if I write system.out.println, system.out.println info. Look at this, guys. Do you know what I'm doing here? Guys, do you know what I'm doing here? What I'm doing in this line? What I'm doing here in this line? I'm just printing an object, right?
Printing object. Yes, sir.
Printing the object, right? Very good. Actually, whenever you try to print an object, our intention is what? We want to print the data of the object. That's what our intention. Our intention is, you're printing an object means we would like to print the state of the object. State of the object means the data of the variables in object. Am I clear? Did you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Could you tell me what are the variables or what is the data of this patient info object? What do you mean by printing an object, guys? Printing an object means printing the data. Data means the values or the state, whatever it is. We want to display the values of the variables in the object. Am I clear? Yes. Could you tell me now? If I write system.out.println of info, could you tell me what is the data you are expecting?
ID, name, disease.
Yeah. Patient ID 1001101. Name is Ellen. Age is 65. Diagnosis is diabetes. Like that you are expecting, na? Okay, that's what we are expecting. Am I clear? That's what we are expecting. That's what we are expecting. Okay. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Yes. Yes. Let's see what happens. If I run this program, see what's the result we are getting. If I run this program, let's see what's answer that we are going to get. Guys, we are expecting patient ID, name, age, and diagnosis.
Data.
But we got output like this. This is called, whatever you see here up to this is called, for our class name.
Yes, sir.
Of course, including the package name. Package name is com.ashokit.oop.patient.info. This is called our complete class name, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. This is complete class name is actually called as what, fully qualified class name. What's the name?
Fully qualified.
Yes, fully qualified name. Fully qualified class name. Then we got @ symbol after that.
And hash code.
And we got something like 65 AE, 6B, A4, something like that we are getting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Guys, this is called, whatever you can see here, this is actually called as hash code in hexadecimal format. This is hash code, but it is not directly. Hash code is actually integer value. We'll discuss about hash code. It's a very important point in further classes, right? Oh my God. Okay. So basically, what I'm saying is that I'm getting, actually this is going to be hash code. Hash code is an integer value. But we are getting hash code in a hexadecimal format. So this is called hexadecimal hash code. Hash code in hexadecimal format. This is hex hash code. Means hash code in hexadecimal format. But actually what we are expecting answer like this. Patient ID is, let's say patient ID is 1100101 something. and the name is Alan, and the age is 45 or 65, and what diagnosis is diabetes, something we are expecting like this, equal to diabetes. Actually, we are expecting this output because if I print an object, I want to print the state of the object. The state means all the values related to the variables. I'm expecting output like this, but I'm getting output like this. Okay, the reason I'll tell you. If you write, for example, system.out.println, you written something called info. So whenever you write, guys, whenever you print an object, you are printing an object here, object name is info. Whenever you try to print an object, internally, toString method is called on this object, info.toString. Internally, this method is called, which method is called? A toString method is called on this object. But tell me in your class, are you overriding toString method? Could you tell me the answer? Are you overriding toString method in your patient info class? Could you tell me the answer?
No, sir.
No. If you don't override toString method in your class, then obviously it is going to call the inherited method.
Full class, no.
Yeah. From where the method is inherited? Object class. Object is superclass for all classes in Java. Remember that point, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is an object class in Java, which is superclass for what? All classes in what? Java. Am I clear with you? Did you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Tell me, guys, which method is called here?
ToString
method. From where the toString method is coming?
Object class.
It is coming from object class. This toString method in object class will return a string value in this format. Which format? Fully qualified class name @ hexadecimal hash code. Did you get this point, guys? Yes. Yes. Guys, do you want output in the first way? In the first format, or do you want output in the second format here? In which format we are expecting output?
Second format.
Second format. In the second format, but we are getting output in first format. Do you know what's the reason? Do you know the reason? Do you know the reason why we are getting output in the first format? Why not in the second format? Because we are not overriding the. Because we have not overridden the which method?
ToString
method. ToString method. If you don't override a ToString method in your class, tell me ToString method of which class will be called?
Object class.
Object class. Because object is a parent class for all classes in Java.
Yes, sir.
In that object class, we have a ToString method. But if the ToString method of object class is called, let's say ToString method of object class is called. What it returns answer? What's the result it's going to return you? What is the string it's returning? Fully qualified class name @ hexa hash code. Hexa hash code. Hexadecimal hash code. Okay, it is returning like that. But this answer we don't want, because with this we can't understand what is there in the object. This output, we can't understand anything with this output. This output is, I don't want this kind of output. I want output like this. I want output like this. Am I clear? But if I want to display output like this, then what is the thing I need to do is, I have to override this method. Which method? ToString method. Okay. I have to override which method? ToString method. Okay. Right. Cool. Guys, did you understood about so far what I have explained here on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, could you give me reply? I'm expecting reply from every one of you who are there in this meeting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 Good. Good. Now let's go ahead, guys. Let's go ahead. Yeah, guys. Some of you guys are just only attending, but I don't know whether you are listening. You're not responding to any questions, right? Sometimes occasionally you may respond. Okay. I don't know, whether you are getting the session or you are getting the subject, or I don't know, but many of you people, only 4 or 5 of your people, 4 or 5 folks only are regularly and continuously at least giving some reply in chat, otherwise responding. But remaining of you guys, I don't know. I don't know whether you're not interested to respond, or I don't know whether you're understanding it, or whether you just only joined the meeting and you're doing your other work. I don't know what are all these things are going on because you're not in front of me. But many of you guys are not responding. I'm sorry to say this is not good. This is like a lazy behavior. Yeah, I don't agree and I don't like this kind of behavior. See here, guys. Let's go ahead because I'm trying to provide you as much as I can. Okay, as much as I can. But if you're not responding, then what can I do? What can I do? Yeah, observe here. See here, guys. I would like to override toString method here. Let's see. Just I want to override toString method. Let's see how I can override it. You need of writing it manually. Just you have an option just to go ahead with overriding. So again, same. When you go to what is that called? You are already getting something called as right click and source. When you go to this source option, and you will be having generate getters and setters. You know this already. And below that, you can also find something called a generate toString. I repeat once again. Otherwise, let me tell you. What I'm saying is, you right click here and just go to the option called a source, and then you can find something called as generate getters and setters. We know this already, but apart from that, there is a method called what, guys? They generate toString. Generate toString. Just nothing. Just click on that button and click on generate. That's it. Now you can see there is a method created in your class. There is a method overridden in your class. Do you know why it is coming with override annotation? Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because we are overriding. We are overriding from which class this method is. We are overriding here. From which class we are overriding this method? Do you know?
Object
Do you know
class.
from where? Object class.
Yes.
Correct. Yes, we are overriding from object class. Am I clear with this so far? Did you agree with me?
Yes,
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead. So if you see the toString method which I'm overriding here, it's going to return me not like fully qualified class name @ hexadecimal hash code, not like that. It's going to return a string like this: patient info of patient ID value, comma name, comma age, comma diagnosis. Nothing but I'm getting complete details of the object. So let's see. Let's run this program now. Okay, now you see the difference between the previous output and current output. You see in the current output, we are getting the proper details of the object. Patient info is the class. So patient ID is this one. LN is the name. Age is 65. Diagnosis is diabetes. Will you get the details of the object now? Did you get the data of the object now? Print the values of the object. Here. Okay. So, yeah, guys. So what I'm trying to say now? Yes. So I just want to override this method. That's why we are overriding toString method. If you want to display an object with its contents, with a state means data, then you have to override toString method. That's what, please keep on mind. And this is one class. Here I have final variables now. All these are final variables, and I have all the getters and no setters are there. And of course I have written toString method as well. Now, for example, I'm saying
Relation of toString method, because it is we are returning only.
Sorry.
What is the internal
Can we write
of toString method? We are just returning.
That is what we are doing now. What is the use of toString method?
Doing the object.
To convert the state of an object. State means data of an object into a string. That's what toString. Convert the object to string. That's what toString, na?
Yes.
Convert the object to string. Convert the object to string means what? What is the meaning of converting an object to string? Object has data. Data means what? State. Like a patient ID number, name. This is called data. You want to convert the data of the object into a string format so that we can display the object easily. That's why we are overriding toString method. Right? If you want to display an object like a string, then you have to override toString. Simple point. Okay. It's one format you want display. That's what toString method. I think I'm clear with you. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's what the meaning of toString, object to string. Yeah. If you look at my class, all these are final variables. And suppose I don't want to allow anybody to create a child class for patient info. They can use patient info object, but they cannot create a child class of it. Tell me, if I don't want to allow somebody to create a child class for patient info, could you tell me, can I make this class as final?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So do you know why I'm creating this patient info as a final class? Because I don't want to allow to create any child classes.
In the class.
Okay. If whenever you don't want to allow to create any child classes for a class, you are going to declare your class as final class. Am I agree? Do you agree with me? Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is called final. Yes. Correct. Let's go. Apart from that, so this is only I have created to just to tell you what is the use of that. So do remember this point, everybody. With a system.out.println statement, can we print an object? Means what is your answer? Can we print an object with a system.out.println statement?
No.
Can we print an object with a system.out.println?
No.
No. If it is no, then what about this statement? What I'm doing in
We
this
should
line?
use toString method.
No, that's okay.
If we-
Whether you're using toString or not, secondary thing. First, my question is, can we print an object with the system.out.println statement? Can we print an object with the system.out.println? Suppose you have an integer variable. Can you print the integer variable with the system.out.println?
No, sir. The value which are we returning, that only we can print.
No, I mean to say system.out.println of A. A is an integer variable. Could you tell me, can you write SOP statement? SOP of A?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Why
we
not?
can.
Yes,
We
we
can
can.
write.
We can write. Why not, guys?
We can write.
Yeah. If you say that is we cannot write or it is wrong, then we no need to learn Java. Right? System.out.println of A means if A is a variable, you can print the value of the variable.
Yes.
Right? If you want to print the value of a variable, you have that SOP statement only. Na?
Yes, yes.
Similarly, can
Yes.
I print an object with system.out.println? That's what my question. Can I print an object with the system.out.println statement?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. But if you want to print the object data, then which method you have to override in your class?
toString method.
toString method. That's it. That's it. I'm good with this point. I don't want to make you confuse more. That's it. I want to go ahead, guys. Now, I would like to write my class as final class. I want to make final variables. So final variables I covered here, final class I covered here. Let's see. I want to create one more class. Let's say one class called patient utils. I'm creating one class called as patient utils. And here in this class patient utils, I want to create, please understand, I have a class called patient utils. In this, I am creating public, static, final, and let's say return type is void, display, display, public, static, final, void. Then we have display patient info. Just there is a class patient utils, just one class. Do remember, this is not child class, just one class. It's like a normal class only. I'm not writing any extends keyword. So it's not a child class. Inside this, I'm creating a method called as public static final void display info. And here it takes parameter as a patient info object. So could you tell me, this is a method here, right? What's the method name? Display patient info.
Patient info.
Yeah. Just here I'm writing system.out.println of that info. Just I'm creating one method to display, not in main. Here I'm writing SOP of info. So could you tell me, can I make a method as static final?
Yes, we
Yes, sir.
can.
Can we
Yes,
make
sir.
final? Can we make static methods as final?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can.
Yes. Yesterday also I told you, no? So
But there is no use.
anyhow, yes, exactly. Anyhow, static methods we cannot override. Am I right? Anyhow, static methods we cannot override. Similarly, final methods also we cannot
Override.
override. Then why we are writing the method as a static and final? Yesterday only. This point I have explained yesterday only. Do you know why I'm writing this as static final? Do you have any idea on that?
Hiding the method.
We can.
Yes. Very good. Even we don't want to allow method hiding also.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yesterday I told you, no, static methods we cannot override, but if you create the same static method in child class, it is going to become method hiding.
Yes, sir. It is
Yes.
going to be hiding.
But we do not want to allow to hide the method. Then if we don't want to allow to hide the method, then we should go for static
Final.
and final.
Static.
Yes. Okay, anyhow, I'm not doing here, but just I'm writing them public static. Let's see. Final. Let's say double. Return type is double now. Let's say I'm creating a method called calculate BMI. You know, body mass index.
Yes, sir.
BMI. The parameters are double weight, double height. You know, to calculate body mass index, BMI, then you need weight and height. Okay, weight in kgs, and I'm taking height in meters. Okay, so there is a formula, don't worry. The formula is just I'm returning like this now. Return weight weight divided by height into height square. That's a formula. Okay, it's nothing to worry. It's height in meters. The formula is like this now. Now, could you tell me now? Here I'm creating two methods as final.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if they are final methods, what does it mean? The final methods
Cannot be overridden.
are fixed definition. You cannot redefine them. You cannot override them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. These are static methods also. So you cannot even hide the methods in jail class.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, very good. Observe there, guys.
Sir, what's the point
Yeah.
of making it final?
Sorry.
What's the point of making it final? Static and final.
Yeah, that's what I told yesterday also, right? Yesterday's session is mostly half of the session is yesterday and static final only.
Okay.
Right, yesterday's session is mostly half of the session I have explained on. Why are you making static method as a final method? Anyhow, static methods we cannot override, and final methods also we cannot override. Then why are you making a method as static and final? What's the reason for that? That's what I have explained yesterday. Almost it's more than half session. Half of our yesterday's session is on this concept only, static and final. Okay, please go through the video. Okay, see here. I want to just call this method display patient info. This method I want to call. I have a question to you. If I want to call this method, okay, I have to pass an object as parameter. Do you know this is called method? This is called method calling point or method definition point?
Definition point.
It's the definition point. Very good. It's a definition point. You know, every method has a definition point and a calling point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the method definition point. Now I want to call from here. It's going to become calling point. First thing is, if I want to call this method, do I need to create an object of patient details?
Yes.
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
No, sir. Directly
Good.
we can dock this
Directly,
method.
Good, good, good. Directly also we can call. Why we
class.
need to create an object? No
Yes.
need. No need of creating an object. Because
Optional.
this optional, very good. This is what?
Static.
Static.
Static. Static. If it is a static method, we can directly call with,
Class
Class.
name also.
because we know
Yes.
static methods are not associated with any object. They are associated directly with class.
Class.
Very good. Could you call this method with class name?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Patient
Yes.
utils.
Could you call
Yes.
this method with the class name? Calculate BMI also?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Both
Yes. We can. We can. Both the methods. Sure. First, I want to write patient utils.
Dot.
Patient
Dot.
utils is a class name. Dot
Display patient.
display patient info, and I'm passing that info object.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Am I clear with you guys? Now, could you tell
Yes,
me
sir.
this is? Could you tell me this is called which point? This is called
Definition point.
Definition point.
definition point. Definition point.
Calling.
Could you tell me this is called which point?
Calling point.
Calling.
This is the calling point. This is the calling point. Did you get this point?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Tell me, while calling this method, it is taking one input parameter here.
Patient
Yes.
object. Patient.
Patient.
In the method definition, there is an input parameter.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the input parameter? Is it an integer or a double?
Patient.
Patient info object.
No, it is a patient info type object, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's why we are passing
Info.
patient
Info
info object. Info object. Info object is a patient info object class only, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why we are passing this object. That's why we are passing here. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, can I call the next method calculate BMI?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can I call directly with the class name? Patient utils dot. Can I call like that?
Yes, sir.
Very good. How can I? When I call this calculate BMI, it's going to return me double. It's not void. What's the return type here?
Double.
Double. Always return type should be there before the method name only, na?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. What's the method name here?
Double.
Method name.
Yeah.
Calculate BMI. What is the return type of the method?
Double.
Double. Okay. Since it's a static method, can we call with the class name?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I will start. What I will do is directly I'm writing SOP system.out.println BMI is equal to plus patient utils dot calculate BMI weight 70 kgs, comma height let's say 1.7 meters. Okay, I mean 1.7 meters means like 5 feet 5 inches, 5.5, something like that. 70 kgs height, 70 kgs weight, 1.7 meters is height. That's it. It will calculate some BMI, returns a value. That value will be displayed here. Now tell me this whatever I selected, this is called definition point or calling point?
Calling point.
This is the calling point. Calling point. Now this is called which point here?
Definition point.
Yes, it's a definition point. You're calling the method. Okay, you're calling the method. Okay, then control goes from calling point to the definition point.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And once the method is executed, is returning some double value?
Yes, sir.
Yes. That
Yes.
value will come back to the calling point. That value will come back to the calling point. Yes. If a method returns value, that value comes back into the place of calling point. This is nothing but what the calling point will be replaced with the returned value.
Done well.
Did you get my point? The calling place, the method calling place will be replaced with the returned value. Many of the people don't know about this. Try to give a good clarity on this point. See, this is called which point, guys?
Calling.
Calling point. This is called which point, guys, here?
Definition point.
Definition point. Okay. This is a calling point and this is a definition point. We are calling here. Okay. If a method returns value, the return value, okay, the calling point will be replaced with the returned value. Now tell me, this is the complete calling point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me this calling point will be replaced with what?
Return value.
Return value.
Yes.
Whatever the return value is there, that return value will replace this calling point. Am I clear with you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay. Good. Let me. So there are couple of new things or something that you have learned here, which is very important. But anyhow, I just want to run this code, okay? Okay. Now tell me, we got output first. Patient information displayed. And also BMI displayed. Am I clear with you now? Right. So here my intention is what? What is the use of, what is the intention of this example is? This example intention is just to, to know about how to use final class, final variables, and also final methods. I've just included some of the concepts and I prepared an example for you like this so that it will be easy for you even to catch the example. That's what my intention. Okay, let's go ahead. I want to copy this example for you so that you people can practice this example. And while practicing, think once why we are overriding to string method, or who is calling point and who is a definition point. Okay, please try to do such kind of things. Okay. I'll start a new document for today. Yes. Let me add the date as well. Sorry. It's 18th July here. Yeah, I just want to copy and paste this example. Please go through this example. Everyone, please go through this example. It will help you in understanding the code. Okay, next guys, next. This is all about related to the concept of final. Now we will like to start about, or we will like to know about something called as abstract class and interface. Okay. Okay. We'll start about concept class. What is abstract class and what is an interface? Okay. So first we'll start with abstract class. That is our major concept today. Then we look at about interface as well. Okay. We're discussing about abstract class and that is our topic. Topic name is abstract class and interface. We'll understand about this concept of abstract class interface, guys. It's one of the important concepts that you have to learn related to abstract class and interface. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay. First thing, guys, we want to know about how abstraction can be implemented in a Java application. I want to ask a question to all of you guys. Do you know what is abstraction?
Hiding only.
What is called abstraction? What is the meaning of abstraction?
To hiding the unrequired hiding unrequired details to show the
To hide the implementation, only show the.
Sorry.
It is used to show only.
Hide the fields which are not required.
What is
Very
it?
Yes. Basically, what is the point in saying abstraction is? It's a process of showing only the essential details or necessary details, right? By hiding the unessential details. Okay.
Yes, sir.
To the user of a system. To the user of a system, show only the necessary details and hide the unnecessary details. Or we can say show the essential details and hide unessential details. So this is a principle called abstraction. Right? This is a basic principle called abstraction principle. Okay. When we come to how to implement it in our applications, that is a general definition of what is abstraction. Okay, right? That is called abstraction. But now, okay, guys, try to understand the concept now. Okay. Basically, for example, if you're, if you're, showing some kind of a report to the manager. See, manager don't want to see, or he doesn't have much time about to look into the entire details of all the documents. Okay, just what you are going to show is an abstract from this entire business, like in the form of a chart or in the form of a graph, saying that what's the profit or loss in this month, in this, for example, in this quarter, the first month, in the second month, in the third month. So what is the business done, and how much profit we got or how much loss we got. Okay. So these kind of things we want to show, but we do not want to show all the details, like, and even he's not interested to see all the details as well. That is nothing but concept of abstraction. That's what we are calling as abstraction. So abstraction is nothing but showing the essential data and hiding the unessential data to the user. Okay, that's what concept of abstraction. Am I clear with you? Okay. So how to implement it? That is general definition. How to implement it when it comes to programming language. So in Java, to implement abstraction or to implement this principle called abstraction principle, there are two concepts given in Java. They are called abstract classes and interfaces. Okay. So what are these two things? What are the two things like abstract class and interface? Both are the two concepts in Java which are given by the programming language Java to implement a concept called abstraction, or to implement a principle, better, instead of concept I can say principle, to implement a principle called abstraction. Am I clear with you? Am I clear with you guys? Did you understand my point? Yes. Did you understand my point? Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Let me. So let's maybe the first point. The first point is in Java, abstraction or a principle called abstraction, better word. A principle called abstraction can be implemented. A principle called abstraction can be implemented using abstract classes and interfaces. Both are given. Again, we'll discuss about why both are given and how do we differentiate both of them. That is our next step. We'll understand all the differences between them. That's the second step. But first understand these are the two concepts that Java has given us to implement a principle called abstraction in our Java applications. Okay, let's understand when to create abstract class. See, suppose I would like to create, in my application, I would like to create a family of classes. Okay, so what is the meaning of creating family of classes? Family of classes means like if you create a parent class and if you create one or more child classes, it's going to become like a family. Am I clear with you? If you create one parent class and you create one parent class, then you create child classes out of it. Then can we call it as a family of classes? Right? And for
Yes.
example, if you create a child class of a child class again, then that child class also comes under the same family. Right. That's what the meaning of the word called family of classes. I think you might have understood here. Let's say example of okay. I will show you practically. See, what I'm trying to say is that suppose I'm creating a class called employee. Okay, and I just want to create two classes out of it, two child classes of employee. Let's say the class is like one is called full-time employee and second time is part-time employee. Why not? Why not full-time employee? And other one is a part-time employee. So did you get my point, guys? There is a class called employee and there is a class called full-time employee and there is one more class that is called part-time employee. So am I clear with you?
Yes.
Yes, I have a class called full-time employee. I have another class called part-time employee. Both are subclasses of employee. So, guys, please try to understand. Now can we call all these classes as one family?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So concept is when you are creating a parent class with child classes. Okay. If you want to share some functionality with the child classes, or if you want to share some behavior with the child classes, and some specific behavior should be implemented by child classes only. We will discuss examples for this, but first let's try to understand definition wise. Let's see example wise also. You want to create a parent class. In parent class, you want to define some functionality. Functionality means you can define method. Methods are used to implement a task, right? A well-defined task. So in parent class, you want to define some functionality and some functionality, some behaviors. You want to tell that child classes has to provide implementation for it. So if that is the case, then you have to make your parent class as abstract class. Which means that what I'm saying, if you create a class, if you create an abstract class, in abstract class you can create abstract methods and as well as concrete methods also. Concrete method means with implementation, with a definition. Abstract method means with only method header, without having body inside in the same class. If a method has only header without body in a class, it is called abstract method. If a method has both header and body, it is called concrete method. Okay. If a header and body both are there, it is concrete. If only header exists but body does not exist for a method, it is called abstract. So when do you create abstract classes? And interfaces later we'll see, but first when do you create abstract classes? You want to create a parent class with child classes. It could be one child class or more child classes, one or more child classes, doesn't matter. You want to create a parent class with one or more child classes. And in the parent class, you want to define some functionality, and also you want to tell the child classes that you have to implement this functionality. So if that is the case, then I should go for creating an abstract class. This is a definition wise, guys. This is a definition wise. This is an important point that you might have to you must have to get the concept here. Definition wise. Okay, example wise I'll tell you, but definition wise, when do we create abstract classes? Okay, when do we create abstract classes? Suppose, okay, you want to create a class in such a way that for some methods you want to define the functionality, and for some methods child classes has to provide the functionality. Child classes has to define the functionality on their own. Did you get my point? So if that is the case, then I should create abstract class. Did you get the point so far? Whatever, could you sense
Yes, sir.
something out of it? Could you sense
Yes.
something out of it? Yes. So if suppose you want to create a parent class or class, whatever. Suppose you want to create a parent class. Okay, you want to create a parent class, means you want to create a class. That's what you want to create a parent class. In parent class, for some methods you want to define the functionality. For some methods you want to define the functionality, and for some methods you want to tell that child classes has to define the functionality on their own. So why I'm not defining in parent class only? Why I'm telling the child classes to define the functionality? Why I'm telling the child classes that you define the functionality? Because the functionality may be differed from one child class to another child class. So in such case, I have to tell that you define the functionality. I mean, suppose if I am a parent class and I'm telling the child classes that you define the functionality. Because if I define the functionality, then what happens now? My definition may not be suitable for you. So you define the functionality. Whatever is shared functionality, I will define, but whatever deferred functionality, that you define. Like that, I want to tell. If that is my requirement, then I'm going to make my method as abstract method. If I create a method as abstract method, by seeing the abstract method, child classes will start defining the functionality. They are going to define the behavior of it. They are going to define that behavior. Each method is a behavior, right? Each method is representing a behavior of an object of that class. Behavior of an object of that class. Am I clear with you? Let's see how this is going to be. I try to understand. Are you getting something out of it? Whatever so far I've explained in a definition wise. Let's see with an example wise. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, everybody understand what is abstract method and what is concrete method. Let me write here. See here. Yes. See. It's actually very simple concept. It's not a complicated. Even I don't want to make it complicated. Let's say I have a class A. Class A. Okay. Inside this, suppose if I create a method like this, void m1, open the curly brace. Some logic goes here. Then close. I have one more method like this. Void m2, semicolon. Guys, could you tell me how many methods are there here in this class A? How many methods are there in class A?
Two.
There are two methods. Okay, could you name them? Could you tell me the names?
M1 and M2.
M1 and M2.
Yes, M1 and M2. Correct. M1 and M2.
M2.
Yeah. If you look at M1, it's a method. And also it has a definition. This method M1 has definition also here. Logic also is defined here.
Yes, sir.
So yes, we call this as a concrete method. We call it as a concrete method. This is concrete method. Concrete method. Guys, everybody getting my point?
It is
Next.
looking like
What about M2? What about this method M2? Do you have definition here?
No.
No.
No, sir.
You know, this is called method header. Method contains header and body, or signature
Yes.
and body, whatever it is.
M1 method is looking like a default
Yeah.
method.
M1 method has, the method M1 has what? Signature and body.
And body.
But here, this method
No
only
body.
has a signature.
Header.
Okay, it has only method signature, right?
It's
Yes.
abstract.
But it doesn't have any
Yes.
body for this method. Now, such kind of methods are called as
Abstract.
this is called abstract method. But in Java, if you want to write abstract method, abstract keyword is mandatory. If you write like this, it won't treat like abstract. It is going to give you compile time error.
Okay.
That's why in front of this method, we must use one keyword. What's the keyword? Keyword, I mean,
Abstract.
okay, non-access modifier. Who is a non-access modifier?
Abstract.
Abstract. Then this is going to become abstract method. So first, did you agree with did you get the concept of concrete method and abstract method? Did you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Listen to me. Question is, when do we create such kind of abstract methods in a class?
If we want child class to define the logic.
Yes. Okay. Suppose I'm creating a class. In a class, I want to define logic for some methods. Next, I want to tell the child classes that you define the logic for some other methods. Why I am not defining the logic for those methods means that logic will be deferred from one child class to other child class. So who should define the logic now?
Child class should define.
Child class only. So if a parent class only defining the logic now, it will match for one child class, but doesn't match for other child class. So that's why I want to tell the child classes that what you define the logic for these methods. If I want to tell the child classes that you define the logic for this, I should make that method as what method in my class? Abstract.
Abstract method.
So now, guys, did you get the point of when we are going to create abstract method?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah. So when you are creating a parent class, if you know that child classes need this functionality, but the implementation of this functionality will be differed from one child class to other child class. If you know that, then you have to make that method as what method? You have to declare that method as what method in the parent class? Abstract. Let's see with an example. Yes, I will write the points now. Don't worry. I'll write the points. But first, points later. But first, try to understand it. Let's say we have a class like, yeah, it's okay. We have a class like employee. Please understand. Employee. In this, there are two things are there. One is calculate the salary and one is calculate the bonus. Let's say, for example, void calculate bonus. Bonus calculation is based on salary. Calculate bonus based on salary. Pass the salary. Based on salary, bonus is calculated. Bonus calculation logic, like 17% of salary is a bonus, something, whatever it is. Some logic. Yes. Am I clear with you? Guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Next, see here. Void or anything, void, calculate salary. Semicolon. So why calculate salary? I'm keeping a semicolon. Because, see, bonus calculation based on salary, that's it. It doesn't matter whether you're a full-time employee or whether you're a part-time employee. Okay. So which means bonus calculation, okay, the bonus calculation behavior or functionality, any word. See, bonus calculation behavior is common for full-time employee and part-time employee. But salary calculation behavior is different from full-time employee to part-time employee. So tell me now, am I defining the logic for calculate salary in my employee class here? Am I defining the logic for calculate salary here?
No.
No. What I want to tell now, I want to tell the child classes that you define the functionality. Am I right or not?
Yes.
Why? Because this calculating salary, this functionality will be differed from full-time employee to part-time employee. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, the first method is called which method, guys?
Concrete method.
This is called concrete method. The second method is called which method, guys?
Abstract.
Abstract method. How do you say it's an abstract method?
Doesn't have
Abstract access modifier.
and
Abstract keyword should be used.
Abstract must be used. Okay. For definition wise, abstract method. But compiler will not agree. If you write abstract keyword, then only it will agree. Which is nothing but which modifier I have to use here? Which non-access modifier I have to use?
Abstract.
Abstract. Now tell me, calculate salary is a which method now? Abstract method.
Abstract method.
Calculate bonus is which method now?
concrete method.
Do you know the concrete method, abstract method? Concrete method means it's a method which contains
Header
method
and
signature
body.
and method body also. But abstract method only which contains method signature without body.
Body.
Yeah, this is called abstract method. How to
Abstract.
declare it as abstract? We have a non-access modifier. What is it?
Abstract.
Abstract. Now, in this class, you have abstract method now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So then tell me, this employee class is, what I can say, this employee class is a fully implemented class.
No.
If you look at overall class, is it a fully implemented class?
No.
No.
No, it's not a fully implemented class because calculate salary is not implemented, na?
Yes, sir.
So it is not a fully implemented class, right?
Yes.
That's why to indicate that this is not a fully implemented class, we also need to make this class as abstract.
Okay.
Okay, guys, if the class contains abstract method, then you have to declare the class also as which class?
Abstract.
Abstract class. Abstract class meaning it is a fully implemented class or
No.
partially implemented class?
Partial implemented.
Partially implemented class. Okay, that's what abstract. If you have any abstract method in the class, then definitely you should make the class also as what class?
Abstract class.
Abstract. So abstract keyword we can use for class, abstract keyword we can use for the method. But we don't have an abstract variable. That's important. Abstract keyword could be used for two things.
Classes and methods.
Only for classes we can use abstract keyword, and for methods also we can use. But what about final keyword?
Final keyword for
Finally,
We can use for
methods
variable
and
also. Na?
variables.
class
Yes.
variable.
Yes,
For
for class we
variable,
can use, for variable we can use, for method we can use. But what about abstract keyword?
It's only for
We can only for
method and classes.
methods and classes. Yes, but we cannot use for variables or even constructors. We cannot use all of them. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and we cannot use abstract keyword with static methods also. And we cannot use abstract with final methods also. Because abstract method, if suppose in the parent class, if there is abstract method, parent class is employee. Who is a child class of it? Class, full-time employee, extends, employee. Extends is a keyword now?
Yes.
Yes. Now, could you tell me now, full-time employee is a child class or parent class?
Child class.
Child class. Tell me, in child class, I have to override this method now.
Yes.
Have to override. You're defining the method means you are overriding the same method.
Yes.
This method you are overriding in this class, am I right or not?
Yes.
Yes. If I use final keyword, for example, abstract with final, both. Do you know final says what?
We cannot override.
We
You
cannot.
can't override. Don't override.
Yes, sir.
Abstract says what? Abstract keyword says what? You must override.
Yes.
Yes.
So then tell me both are opposite keywords, no?
Yes, sir.
So can we use this combination?
No.
No.
No, we can't use this combination. Now, finally, you got many things, but I have not written any points. I want to write the points first, and I want to conclude the class. Okay. First, I want to write the points, then I want to conclude the class. So, guys, first, let me write. A principle called abstraction can be implemented using abstract classes and interfaces. Let's start writing the next point. The point is when you are creating a parent class, okay, if you want to share some common functionality, with the child classes and some functionalities and some functionalities to be implemented by the child classes only. That's what the point, right? When you are creating a parent class, if you want to share some common functionality with the child classes and some functionalities to be implemented by child classes only, then you have to create an abstract class. Okay, guys, you have to create one abstract class. Are you getting my point, guys? Okay, this is a point. Okay, next point I'll write, because all these I've already explained. Okay, right. So in an abstract class, we can define, or we can create, better word, we can create concrete methods and abstract methods. Did you agree this point, guys? We can create what and what methods? Concrete methods and abstract methods. Yes. What is concrete method? A concrete method
Is a
means
method which contains
concrete method means which contains
signature and
method
body.
signature and body. Method signature and method body. Method signature and method body in the class. Okay. An abstract method means
which has only method signature, no body.
Abstract method means which contains only method signature. Method signature and not the body, not the method body. Hey, did you guys get this points so far, whatever I've explained?
Yes, sir.
Next.
Yes, sir.
Next. Which keyword we have to use to declare that method is abstract method?
Abstract keyword.
Abstract keyword.
Yes. So abstract is a access modifier or non-access modifier?
Non-access modifier.
Yes. Abstract is a non-access modifier. Is a non-access modifier, and it could be used with what? Methods and classes. Can I use it for variables? No. No. We can only use it for classes and we can use it for methods. Can we use for static methods?
No.
No. Methods means instance methods, static methods are there, right?
Yes.
Yes. Can we use it for static methods? No, because static methods we cannot. Tell me what is the next continuation. Static methods we cannot override. Static methods we cannot override. But if you make a method as abstract method, you have to override, na?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's why we cannot write static and abstract together.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Static methods we can't override.
Abstract is a keyword, no?
Yes, yes. Is a non-access modifier. Keyword only. See, static is also a keyword only, na? Final is also a keyword only, na? These are all called non-access modifiers. Private, public also keywords only. They are called access modifiers.
So abstract keyword is a non-access modifier and
Yes. It's non-access modifier only. Final is also non-access modifier. It's a keyword, okay. It's a non-access modifier because it is not telling about access, na? Suppose you take public. Public is a keyword, but tells about access, visibility.
Yes.
Public, private, these are telling about visibility, na? They're telling about visibility. Private means within the class only it is visible. Protected means here it is visible. Public means here it is visible. Like that is telling about visibility, right?
visibility, yes.
Accessibility, that's what the wording of accessibility. They're telling about accessibility. That's why they are called access modifiers. Okay.
Right.
But these are not talking about visibility. That's the reason why these are called non-access modifiers.
Yes,
I think I'm clear with you. Yeah.
Yes.
Static methods we can't override. So we cannot make a static method as
Abstract.
yes. We can't make a static method as abstract. Okay. And one more. Basically, what are opposite keywords? Final and abstract, right? Final method says what? You can't override. Abstract says what? You have to override. You have to override. Am I right or not?
Yes.
Yes. So the behavior of what and what?
Static.
I know.
Behavior of what and what? Abstract
Static
and
Abstract.
abstract and final
Are opposite.
keywords is opposite. So we cannot use both
at a time.
at a time. Very good. You can't use both at a time. Tell me, if a class is abstract, sorry, if a method is abstract in a class, then we have to declare that class as which class?
Abstract class.
It's mandatory.
Abstract.
Otherwise, it will compile time error. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So if a class has at least one abstract method, guys, if a class has at least one abstract method, then tell me what to do. If a class has at least one abstract method, then
We need to make
Then
the
the
class.
class.
yes, then we have to declare.
Classes.
We have to declare that class as which class?
Abstract
Abstract
class.
class.
Very good. I want to stop the session here, guys, and we'll continue further tomorrow. I'll share this document with you. Please go through these notes and also please go through the program and try to practice the program. What is a new thing that you learned today? Most of the time I have explained about this method. Which method? Two-string method. I have not written any points on two-string method. Definitely, somewhere I will write the points. Today I didn't get the chance to write the points. Tomorrow I'll write the points on two-string method also. Okay, na?
Okay,
Right.
sir.
Okay. I want to share this document with you. Please go through this program and please go
Hello.
through these points. Yes, yes.
Hello. Yes, sir. Could you let me know what are the main benefit of the abstract class, sir?
Do you want me to talk about the benefits of abstract class?
Yeah.
Whatever so far I have explained, that is a benefit of abstract class only. If I create a class as abstract class, okay, if I create an abstract class, and I want to only give you abstract class to you. You are my user.
Okay.
I will give abstract class to you. Means what? I am only showing you essential data.
Okay.
Concrete method means essential data. Abstract method is non-essential data. Right.
Okay.
Did you get my point now? That's what meaning of abstract.
Yes.
Abstraction. So now what I'm saying is this abstract class I want to give to you. You are one developer, I am other developer.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I will give this abstract class to you.
Okay.
So in that abstract class, what you can find? Concrete method. That is
Concrete.
essential information. Abstract method. That is unessential for you.
Yes.
So I'm just giving this class to you.
Okay. Sir.
Where is the definition of this other details like abstract method? That is there in child classes.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not
Means
complete.
what? Instead of giving my complete class definition to you, only essential details I'm giving to you with the concrete methods, and unessential details I'm giving to you like abstract methods.
Okay.
That's what abstraction, am I right?
Okay. Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So here I would like to stop.